So video number 3 is how to use the primitives for being able to point and describe what it is that you're actually working on. So these are essentially laser pointers. So we'll make this one nice and bright. So we take primitive, so drop it in the scene, and then we just extend it into the shape that we want it to be with the blue button. Extend it all the way up until we've got it at the length that we want. That's a little bit too narrow. And then scale it back down. And what I've tried to do in all of the times I've been teaching this is to keep a couple of these on the wall over here, so we can, anyone, or at least within reach of each participant, so that they can go and grab the pointer as they need. Or you could use it, some people have used it as a baton, and for the other person to be able to take that as a baton, which means that only one person can talk, depending on the rules that you want to set in. Now, because there's multiple people in the room, this is where this becomes quite useful, so that you can really clearly point out where it is you're indicating. And also, even on a model here, you could rather than trying to push your hands into the middle of a model, it's useful to be able to say which part you're indicating. And also, it would be useful to be able to show flow without having to draw it. So if I wanted you to amend a stroke, so for example, if you've done a stroke and you're trying to design the front end of some kind of a vehicle, just get the flow right, and I don't feel that flow is correct, it's quite useful for me to indicate how I would, so I'd like it to come down here more, and that allows the other participant to go in and amend it based on where I'm pointing to. So it allows you to really focus in on an area without having to go in with your hands and describe it over here. So I found that quite useful on all of my presentations and all of my training.